Welcome to Quarantine Island.
That was great.
Oh my God.
The dating show where I have absolutely no professional matchmaking skills whatsoever. I take complete strangers and pair them up for virtual blind dates to help them see if they can find the love of their isolated life. I'm your host, Victoria Elena Nunez. Before the virtual blind date, our daters know nothing about each other other than the answers to 15 love questions. I match the daters, pick their dating activities, and then they jump into the date completely blind. So grab your favorite quarantine snacks, cuddle up, and let's see if there's anything to be gained here, other than the 19 pounds we're all gonna gain from quarantine. Meet our daters.
Hi.
How are you?
During this shelter in place, I've been staying with my amazing cousin. I just feel so lucky. We both work from home and have been making art. I've been sewing masks and working on some gifts for my nieces.
My quarantine tagline is, I'm pretending this is all okay. My quarantine hobbies include overwatering all of my plants.
Here we go.
Ooh, I gotta read a question. All right. Was there anything that stood out to you in the pre-questionnaire we both answered?
Yeah, there was. There's one of the things you said in there that you were proud of was building the life that you wanted. And I'm pretty sure my answer was like similar to that. So that really stood out.
I remember seeing I was like, oh, we wrote either very similar answers or you went super serious and I went so jokey and it felt so terrible.
Based on the pre-questionnaire we both answered, what do we have in common?
Based on some of the answers, we have similar, it seemed like we have similar kind of feel for wanting authentic relationships and just being in a better world than it is.
Yeah, I think that even though my answers, I think, were kind of more serious, I think that I heard this whimsy in yours, building out a Sprinter van and a flair for travel and adventure.
Especially on that one, what would you do if you couldn't live, you knew you had a year to live? We answered that one almost identical. They can travel and visit with family and friends. All right, have you picked up any new hobbies or activities during this quarantine?
I've picked up old hobbies that I've kind of not had time for. So I've been sewing a lot more again. So that's been fun.
Thank you for calling 1-800-GRANDMA. How can I help you?
I have been baking more. I used to say I was not a baker because I don't like following rules like that. I prefer...
Ooh, we have that in common. So what have you been baking?
Are these women in their 30s or are they 65?
I made bagels for the first time.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
It was shockingly easy. I looked up just a good New York bagel recipe and it did me right. I'm a big fan of carbohydrates, so I'll try anything.
Let's move on to the date activity.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very competitive. All right, we've got an activity.
Your shared activity today is a quarantine scavenger hunt, show and tell.
Go get something that represents your personality and each of you take turns to explain what it is to your date.
The person who gets back the fastest gets 1 point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the scavenger hunt is the winner.
Notebooks.
Yeah, I'm a journal queen.
Are you? Uh-oh, you're frozen. I think I can.
Did I lose you? Are you back? Come out here, maybe it'll be better.
Oh, it's a puppy.
It's Clementine.
A dog is on the date. A dog is on the date.
She was my first instinct to bring out, but I went with journals. I got a busy brain. I have journals for everything. I have my comedy journal. I have my photography journal. I have 1,000 of them to keep this tidy, and it makes me feel more sane, and it makes me feel a little more in control.
I brought jewelry. I feel like they represent my personality because it's got a moon and a sun, so it's kind of like the bright side, the bright sunny side, and also the mysterious moon side.
They're really beautiful. I win! Came back quick because these were right by my bed.
Go get your favorite quarantine snack.
Ooh, it might not be in there anymore.
I won.
All right, I lost. Ooh, yes.
Dark chocolate with sea salt. That's my,
I'm a salty chocolate kind of gal too. This is a spaghetti jar filled with cereal.
What kind of cereal is it?
This is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Churros cereal. We have an ant problem, so I've been putting everything into just jars.
What?
Angela wins because she knew. She was ready.
On to the next one.
Ready. What's in your trash?
Oh no. Okay.
Just anything?
Yeah.
It's not very exciting. I just didn't want to dig, and this was on top. So
I took out the trash this morning, so this was my roommate's that she finished afterward.
this is a daffodil stem from some daffodils we cut to make a pretty thing.
I love that.
That's the cleanest garbage I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Go get anything you want to share. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, did you make that?
Yeah. From a cut-up t-shirt.
Yeah, I broke my sewing machine trying to make them.
They tell me about Clementine.
I've had her for nearly 11 years. She's an old gal. She's just the chillest. She's just been my ride or die forever, and I love her so much. You gotta bring the dog to the show.
Every person should have a ride or die.
She wants down.
Are you guys ready for another?
Oh, we gotta get to work. Okay.
Working from home fashion show. Uh-oh.
You're given 3 high fashion work it from home quarantine looks to recreate. Oh, this is serious.
Whoever gets the most points at the end of the challenge is the winner. You must grab your items and begin creating the look in front of your date on camera. So 3 high fashion work it from home quarantine looks.
Ah!
Oh, she's gonna give us examples of the look we need to recreate. Ooh, a blanket dress. So I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
I only have a really heavy blanket. My blanket's like 1,000 pounds. Okay, we're gonna do our best.
All right.
I'm gonna go one shoulder, I think. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go cape. Okay.
And then I feel like this is gonna look done with this. We're gonna just go down to the undershirt. Is this okay for webisodes?
The human body is a natural thing, people.
This is probably the most successful 4-minute date I've ever had.
So we'll get up.
Okay, mine is actually fashion because I won't be able to move in it.
Is this working?
Oh, yours looks good! Oh, we gotta snap the photo.
You win.
Oh, yeah, timing was a factor. This one is pillow dress. So we're using, if this is just a pillow, oh, it's a pillow as a dress.
Okay, we gotta go get a belt. Okay.
All right, I'll meet you back.
Oh my God.
It was impossible to find a belt big enough. We got the green on green though. That's a good look. Oh yeah, you got some fluffy pillows. I'm crying. Oh yeah, queen. Okay, queen.
Nice.
I'm glad I put an effort into the outfit I was going to wear for this. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it.
Yeah, I kind of like the shag.
The shag is real good. Yeah, that's a bold win. That French wins for sure.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're just going full bra.
Why not?
Using anything you want, create a high fashion runway look over the clothing you're currently wearing.
I'm gonna go look for some random things, I guess, and put them
Yeah.
on my body.
All right, I'll be back. We've got a trash queen. Okay, no rush.
Oh!
Oh my God!
I love it. It's brilliant. It looks great. And then I don't know if you can see this piece I have here is a cooler. I also have a headpiece.
It's a good look.
Okay, we tied. Congratulations. It was so nice to meet you.
It was really lovely to meet you. That was a good time.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
Don't go anywhere because you are about to find out what each dater actually thought of the date in our post-date chat.
We just went for it. It was like, all right, we're down to like our tank tops.
I thought that was very funny.
You had mentioned in your pre-questionnaire that you recently went through a divorce. How long ago was the divorce? And just in terms of like where you are with dating right now.
Now it's time for our post-date chat. Let's see what they thought of each other. Meet our 2 blind daters.
We have an ant problem, so I've been putting everything into just jars.
What? I feel like this is gonna look done with this. We're gonna just go down to the undershirt. Is this okay for webisodes?
This is probably the most successful 4-minute date I've ever had.
Before the date, like, how are you feeling?
I was genuinely excited because human contact has been so rare lately.
I never really feel nervous for dates, but I was feeling a little bit nervous for this one just because I didn't know what to expect in this format.
Towards like the closer to the time when I like started loading everything up, I started to get a little nervous.
And then I read their answers and it was like, oh, okay, now I'm a little nervous because our answers are so similar that I'm like, this is gonna be fun.
This in particular made a little bit of that easier because you're in the comfort of your home, you have access to your things.
You know, your video is about to pop on and you have not seen this person. Tell me, what were you thinking when you first saw Julie pop on the screen?
I don't know, I was just kind of taking it in.
But she's beautiful, naturally, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, I was just excited to learn more about her.
I obviously got to see you guys, you know, engage with all these activities and answer questions. And I'm just wondering for you, like what was a favorite moment? Was there a moment of connection that you really liked?
The thing that stood out to me the most was her confidence. She didn't seem very nervous at all, which made me feel more comfortable, like we were just fast friends.
Overall, I just felt really comfortable talking to her. It just felt really natural and easy and deep too.
Another part that I thought was hilarious, I felt like you guys, obviously, you're both comfortable stripping. You just went for it. I was like, all right, we're down to like our tank tops.
It's the theater in me, or like just growing up in sports. I don't care. I'll strip in front of anybody.
I would just really love to see us, you know, desexualizing bodies, like especially the female body. It's uncomfortable because of our society, but it's just my body.
Yeah, it was nice that you guys were both comfortable with your bodies and just kind of having fun with it, right?
Finding another woman just immediately like, oh, this is going on the internet? Sure, why not? Let's just take off our shirts.
All bodies are bodies. What was like one of your favorite parts of the date? Is there anything that's like standing out to you right now post-date?
I really like the one that's grab something that shows your personality because I felt like that's a really insightful. I had no idea what I was gonna grab until I was just like, this. And then make shit up.
The thing that stood out to me on the date though was her callback to her book that she had. There was that previewed in her questions based on this author that means a lot to her. And just that being such a major part of her life right now makes me think like she's definitely a positive influence, which is dope, and I need more of that.
Out of the 3 work it from home challenges, which one was your favorite?
Oh, I think I rocked the pillow one.
Yeah,
it took me a minute and it was awkward, but if I were gonna do this with more time and try to put something on Instagram, that would be the one I would go with.
I also was dying when you guys came back and you both had pot holders. I was like, how is this possible?
I really liked that we both came back with pot holders and for the final one, and just the silliness of that last one.
It sounds like things were pretty positive for you. Was there anything that stood out to you that you didn't like about her?
There were some pre-questions that did, you know, give me some hesitations. Some of the questions were pretty heavy and they were talking about your past and things like that. She said she was divorced because she mentioned it as such a big impact on her mental health and her clarity.
The reason it came up in the questionnaire is because the question was, what have you overcome? And to me, that question like is about the life that I've created since.
It's interesting because it's like that fine line between, let's not talk about our exes before we date on our first date, but also, hey, I want to be upfront.
Exes, we all have them. Divorces, whatever, that's one thing. My concern is when you bring it up so soon, I'm like, are you over it?
We were together since I was 17 years old, so dating in general is still kind of a newer thing. It's a big part of my story. We shifted to polyamory towards the end of our relationships. Polyamory, it's been kind of a roller coaster, to be honest. I meet people who are super excited about the concept and then end up not actually really being that comfortable with it. And then I meet people who are super comfortable with it, have other partners, and the way that they do polyamory is a way that isn't working for me. I guess kind of the way I see it is letting relationships kind of ebb and flow as they would naturally.
Yeah, and I think it can be a very positive lifestyle with the right partners, obviously.
You don't know anybody's story, and you should always be cognizant that they've had a past. It's one of those things that can be nerve-wracking in the sense of, well, how much is that still a part of your life?
What is your gut take of Julie?
I just sensed like a depth to her, warmth, really warm. yeah, just like kind of this ease and playfulness.
I think that I did, get to know a real person, and you can kind of catch a vibe more than I thought I would. I didn't think that you'd be able to feel a vibe so much, but you can. You absolutely can if you just lean in a little.
I definitely noticed the same. I feel like you guys both, again, I feel like you guys both had similar vibes going on through the whole date. Are you feeling attracted? Is there a love connection, or is it just a fun friendship situation for you?
I'm interested, I'm intrigued, and I had a good time. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what a love connection feels like anymore. That said, I think, yeah, I'm attracted to her. I think she's beautiful and kind. I would absolutely be interested in going on another date.
I would love to do another date with Julie. And I'm so excited to see what comes of it, and just in general, like how this blossoms.
Well, that's it for today. Do you know of any amazing singles, or are you single yourself? Head to bit.ly/quarantine island and let me help you find the love of your isolated life. See you next time.